Good morning and welcome back. You know, as most of you have probably figured out, we film this on Friday, so it's not actually a Monday morning announcement program. It's Friday. And on a week like this, that makes it that much more difficult because here I am wondering, am I supposed to be celebrating wildly because of what happened on Sunday? Or are we all just kind of depressed and waiting for next season? You know what? Either way, it's just sports. I mean, really, let's just be honest. It's not that big a deal, but it sure has been a fun ride either way. So, if on Monday morning when you're watching this, we're on our way to Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis, fantastic. Skol Vikes. And if we're not, I have to say, my wife's family's from Philadelphia and they're all Birds fans. So, if that's the case, go Eagles. And either way, let's have a great week back here at school. During this month, we've been talking about emotions management, and that's kind of a big idea because there's a lot going on there. This week, we're going to focus on calming down. Last week, we talked about having kind of a stop signal for yourself if things are getting a little out of hand. How can you control those emotions and name them so you understand when you're being frustrated or when you're being angry or where you're embarrassed or when you're sad, to be able to name those feelings and then have a signal to yourself that you can kind of keep track of those feelings as well. Because having strong feelings, it's hard for your brain to think. And after you use your stop signal and name your feeling, you're ready to calm down. There are a couple of ways to calm down. You can calm down by doing some deep belly breathing. Saw some of that happening in Miss Carlson's class last week. You could do some counting or even use some positive self-talk. Think for a moment about your favorite way to calm down. Remember to use it this week if you need to. Calming down helps you think clearly. And even if the Vikings win or lose, calming down is a good thing to learn. We're getting back to our shoutouts this week, so don't forget we haven't forgotten the ones that you've written. Turn those in when you've got them. We just have taken a little hiatus because we've had other things on the announcement program. But here's this week's shoutouts.
Hi, my name is Justice, and I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Brianna. My reason is because she is kind, loyal, helpful, and is always on task. She is beautiful, brilliant, and amazing. Thank you, Brianna, so much. You truly are a great friend.
My name is Alessandra, and I like to give a shout out to my sister Alyssa. She always plays with me at home, and she's nice to me. I love my sister.
Hi, my name is Adley from 1HA, and I would like to give a shout out to Nora because she's a really good friend and she's very nice.
Let's do some more book bragging. You know what? February's coming up, and February's I Love to Read Month, and book bragging is a great thing to do during I Love to Read Month too as well. Lila, come on over here. We have a couple of students from Miss Pierfelice's room. What are you going to tell us about?
The Thank You Book. Hi, I'm Lila from 2PI. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, The Thank You Book by Mo Willems. The Thank You Book is about thanking others. Piggy said she is going to thank people. Piggy forgets to thank elephants, and Elephant got very sad. If you like fiction books, then you will love The Thank You Book.
I will tell you that Mo Williams' Elephant and Piggy books are some of the favorites here at Oxbow Creek, aren't they? Thank you so much, Lila, for bringing that to our attention. Grayson, come on over. Well, you've got one of my favorites, too. Of course, I always say that, don't I? What do you have?
Hi, I'm Grayson from 2PI. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, the box called Children by Gratitude Channel 1.
Yep.
The box called Children is about 4 kids that are homeless, that stay at the boxcar, and the boxcar wants to take Benny to the homeless shelter. If you like fiction books, then you would love the Boxcar Children.
And I would say, Grayson, that this book has been around for over 50 years. It's one of my favorites. When I was his age, I was reading this book too. A really good book, stands the test of time. Thanks for sharing that with us. Auburn, come on over, one of our fourth graders. What book are you sharing?
Vet Volunteers. Hi, my name is Auburn from Forest Age. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Vet Volunteers, by Lori Hassel Anderson. Vet Volunteers is about a cat that's name is Lucy. She gets stuck in an earthquake. Dr.
Sunita?
Sunita finds her stuck between some bushes. Is she going to keep her? Find out, read the book. If you like rescue animal books, then you would love Vet Volunteers.
And our dog was a rescue animal as well, so I'd like to read that book. Thanks for sharing that with us. And Lily, finally, we've got another one. Lila, did I say Lily?
Lily.
It is Lily. All right.
Hi, I'm Lily from 3WH. I am here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Jake and Lily, by Jerry Spinelli. Jake and Lily is about two twins that share a room, and every year when it's their birthday, they sleepwalk to a train station. When they turn 12, they get their own rooms, and Lily doesn't like it, and Jake starts hanging out with other people. If you like fiction books, then you would love Jake and Lily.
And I was just telling this Lily that I got a chance to meet him, Mr. Spinelli, the author of that book. He's a really nice guy, and he writes great books. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. All right, you got plenty to look for in that library. Well, let's see who we have for Kids of Character this week. Our first one's a kindergartner. Josie, come on over here, from Miss Beesman's class. And it says here that Josie is an outstanding kindergarten student. She walks in the room each morning with a smile on her face, ready to learn. She does an excellent job with listening and following directions, and never, ever needs reminders to sit still on the carpet. She's working hard, learning to read, and is speedy fast with the letters and sounds. She always tries her best, and she's kind to everyone in the class. I can always count on Josie to lend a helping hand. KBE is lucky to have Josie in their classroom. Congratulations. This is for you. Have a great day. Abby's one of our second graders. In 2KH, Abby here is a very responsible, hardworking second grader. She always gives her best, and when she completes assignments, we see the pride she takes in her work, because not only does she persevere to get the correct answers, but her work is done neatly and carefully. She's wild about learning with teacher lessons and also pushing herself and learning outside of our school day. She truly goes above and beyond, and we are excited to recognize those efforts. Mrs. Yelly and Mrs. Kane are very proud of you. Keep up the great work, Abby.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's for you. And Kaylee is one of our third graders. And it says here that Kaylee has grown so much this year, both in her academics as well as how she is handling and managing her friendships. She has identified many strategies that help her learn new concepts in her own way. In addition, she has identified many strategies to help her work through conflicts with friends. You should be very proud of yourself, Kaylee. Keep up the awesome work. Ms. White is very proud of you, that's for sure. Congratulations. Yeah, keep up the great work. I want to do a shout out my own to both Mr. Cole and Mr. Maslowski for doing that recess safety video. I hope you got a chance to watch that last week. We have had some incidents again at the playground this week. A lot of kids just pushing and shoving just because we have the big coats on, and those things are usually something that turns into a bad situation. So let's make sure we're having fun out there, remembering what recess is really supposed to be. I want to thank you, those of you who contributed to our mitten tree. I know we've got a shot of the kids. The student leaders did such a fantastic job this year. Look at that overflowing tree. So thank you to all who participated in that. We'll get those onto those cold hands that need it for the rest of the winter. This Tuesday we have lunch with the principals. We always look forward to that. Thursday is one of my favorite days of the year because grade 2 is doing their James Hirsch program. And you guys are lucky because all the students in the school get a chance to hear them when they practice it on Thursday. And then Thursday night, they're going to share that with the parents. And this year's book, Where the Wild Things Are, which is one of my favorite books of all time. So that'll be great. Congratulations ahead of time to all of you second graders and the work that you've put in. Bus safety posters, if you participated in this year's contest, you need to turn those in today. If you don't have it with you, tomorrow's the last day to collect those. Be sure that you bring those into the office, and we'll announce the winners very shortly. And with that, I've got a few jokes to end this week's program. Keep those coming. You've got some good ones. This is from Nils in 1HR. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Well, because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels. Logan, 1HA. What can you steal and not get in trouble? Second base, for all you baseball players out there. Seamus in 3SH. Why are spiders so good at baseball? Because they know how to catch flies. And Zach from 1PE is one of our prolific joke writers. Why did the boy throw a clock out the window? To see time fly. Why else? Those are the jokes for the week. Those are the announcements. Everybody have a great week. Skol Vikings.